You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
All set for your flight?
Yep, I've got everything I need. Eye mask, neck pillow, T-Mobile, headphones.
Wait, T-Mobile?
You bet. Free in-flight Wi-Fi. 15% off all Hilton brands. I never go anywhere without T-Mobile. Same goes from a water bottle, chewing gum, nail clippers,
okay,
passport.
I'm gonna leave you to it.
Find out how you can experience travel better at T-Mobile.com/travel.
Qualifying plan required. Wi-Fi were available on select U.S. airlines. Deposit and Hilton Honors membership required for 15% discount. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neil, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
All right, hello and welcome back to our 5th episode of Triviality Bloodsport Season 2. This round, we're going to do Trivial Pursuit, a fan favorite from last season. Joining me in the studio, we've got Neil, Matt, and Ken. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Up? Excited for the Final Four.
Hello, everyone. I'm the person that wrote in and said I was a fan favorite of Jeff last time.
Oh, you were the person.
There was this one, and I appreciate that it's you, Neil.
You're welcome.
And, of course, joining us again, we're going to have our host. I'm going to host today, but Ryan is back with us. And we've got Gary, Kate, Aaron, and Amy making it back. They are the final 4. Mm-hmm. So congratulations for making it this far. And I'll take it. I'll head it over to Ryan. He's going to kind of walk us through how Trivial Pursuit is going to work today. It's going to be a little bit different than last year.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Just a little, because, again, this was a fan favorite, so I definitely wanted to bring it back, and it was one of the best episodes we did last season, too. So these are going to all be based on standard original Genus Edition categories of Trivial Pursuit, which are geography, entertainment, history, arts and literature, science and nature, sports and leisure. Our contestants will pick a category. They need to get 3 questions correct in it to earn a wedge. They can answer up to 3 questions in a row at a time. And if they complete a wedge, they get the 3rd piece, they have to stop. So if they get 3 in a row, they get their wedge, they're done. If they already have 2 and it comes their turn and they answer 1 and get a wedge, they're done for that turn. We are going to go in order from placement last episode. So Kate will go first, followed by Amy, Gary, and Aaron. Kate, for winning last episode, you do get a prize. Your prize is, first of all, you get to pick your favorite color wedge, which is always a big deal.
Oh.
And we're going to give you a loaded die. You're going to get to go first because you won last episode, and we're going to give you 1 in your least favorite category. So of those 6 categories, which one do you want an advantage in?
I'm torn between geography or sports and leisure. I think I'll take sports.
All right, so I'm going to already give you an automatic 1 point there.
So Kate is in the lead.
Good job, Kate.
Yeah, nailed it. One there.
The only difference between this and last season is that you can jump between categories if you like. You don't have to stay stuck in one if you don't want.
All right.
So with that, I'm going to hand this game over to the very capable Jeff whenever you're ready.
Fairly capable, Jeff.
We said we're starting in science, correct?
Let's do it.
All right. So the first question to you, Kate, whenever you're ready, is going to be NASA's Viking program saw space probes being sent where?
Mars.
All right. Mars is correct.
All right.
Question 2 for you. In terms of anatomical movement, what is the opposite of extension?
Extension and flexion.
Flexion is correct.
1 away.
And 3rd question for you in science and nature. Named after their blueness in color, what phylum of bacteria are among the only unicellular creatures to create oxygen?
I'm going to take a guess with cyanobacteria.
And cyanobacteria is correct for the wedge.
Wow, good job.
That is a wedge.
Sweet.
Wow. Good start.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's what we call a sweep of the leg in Bloodsport.
I've been practicing.
Tough to follow.
Get a body bag.
Well, at least you get the pick of whatever category you want to start with. So
Let's try. Let's try geography again.
Geography is the category that Amy's chosen, so we'll start there. Your first question in geography. The Yalu River makes up a sizable part of the border between China and what other country?
I'm sorry, can you pronounce the name of the river again?
Sure, the Yalu River.
India?
That is incorrect. It is North Korea. So unfortunately, that'll take us out. We're going to move on to Gary, who gets to pick a new category if he so chooses.
Let me roll my dice. Oh, geography.
That's why I said if you so choose. We'll go to the second question in geography. Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple, is located on what island?
Yikes. Can you spell it, please?
Sure. Borobudur.
Buddhist. Let's try Sri Lanka.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is Java.
Ooh, tough one there.
So we're going to move on to Aaron. You can either stay in geography or pick a new category.
I'll try science, please.
Science it is.
I like your shirt, by the way, Aaron.
Thanks. My daughter got this for me because it's fun to wear.
I'm a little insulted. It's not Ken.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
You know, I actually totally agree with you. As a playable character, I also prefer Ken.
Oh.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Is that enough about or enough? Is that I get some?
That's fine.
But not as a Triviality host, right?
And I finally brought out my flower shirt, guys. So
yeah, it's back.
It's back.
All right. So whenever you are ready, Aaron, I've got the first question for you in science. What is the name of the substance in a whale's mouth that filters water out, leaving all that delicious krill inside for eating?
Is it baleen?
Baleen is correct.
There you go.
Second question to you. One of Sigmund Freud's landmark publications was the 1899 novel, The Interpretation of What?
Id.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is Dreams.
Yes.
So we're going to move back to Kate, who completed her wedge last time, so she can pick a new one. And what is your choice, Kate?
Arts and literature.
Arts and literature is the selection. First question to you. Though the term might be most closely associated with a nursery decoration today, what term was given to the large movable sculptures created by artist Alexander Calder?
Mobile.
Mobile is correct. Question 2. Popular young adult author John Green's debut novel was 2005's Looking for What? Where the what in question isn't a U.S. state, but a girl who doesn't return the protagonist's feelings.
This is one of my favorites. This is Looking for Alaska.
And Alaska is correct. And your third question. Name either of the two songs from the Broadway version of The Phantom of the Opera to have the word music in their titles.
Music of the Night.
And Music of the Night is correct. So that'll give you another wedge.
Save some wedges for the rest, guys.
She's trouble. It's very clear.
Phew.
Putting a target on yourself over there.
So we're going to take this back to Amy. Amy, where would you like to go with this?
I got scared by the impossible geography, so I'm going to go with arts and literature.
Arts and literature is the selection. We'll stay in that category. First question to you. What is Italian designer Salvatore Ferragamo best remembered for designing?
Ferragamo. That sounds familiar. But I don't know, so I'll say shoes.
And shoes is the correct answer.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Yay!
Well done.
Shoes.
Office nine.
Let's see if you can follow it up on the next one. The 1975 Tom Waits album, Nighthawks at the Diner, contains songs and cover art inspired by a painting made by what artist?
Hopper.
Edward Hopper is correct.
Wow.
All right, and third question for you. Part 1 is The Gunslinger. Part 3 is The Wastelands. And Part 5 is The Wolves of the Kala. What is the title of the Part 7 of this series?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Sure, be happy to. Part 1 is The Gunslinger, Part 3, The Wastelands, and Part 5, The Wolves of the Kala. What is the title of Part 7 in this series?
Game of Thrones. I don't know.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. That is the Dark Tower series.
Stephen King, right?
Stephen King.
Yep. And book 7 is called The Dark Tower.
And one of the worst movies of like 2 years ago, right, Ryan?
Full title is The Dark Tower 7, The Dark Tower.
little redundant.
I like redundancy, though. Okay.
Department of Redundancy Department.
To be followed up by Stephen King's sequel, It.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go back to Gary. Gary, where would you like to take this one?
I'll stick with geography.
First question for you in geography. What geographical significance does Point Barrow hold in the United States?
I think it's the northernmost point.
And the northernmost point is correct. Second question.
Another Alaska question.
Well, you certainly found it, Ryan. Second question to you, Gary. Correctly spell the name of the Mexican state pronounced Oaxaca.
That's going to be fun. Oaxaca.
And that is correct.
Yeah. Awesome.
Third question for you. Which U.S. state capital is located on an isthmus that shares its name with the city itself?
Read it again so I know what I'm answering. The state?
Which U.S. state capital city is located on an isthmus that shares its name with the city itself?
Well, that would be Panama City then.
The
Florida.
U.S. state capital is Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh.
U.S. state capital.
Well, you got two there. Just one more and you get that wedge. So
it's true. So we're going to go and move over to Aaron, who can either stay in that category or pick a new one if he so chooses.
I'll take science, please.
All right. So your first question in science. Aspen and cottonwood are two varieties of what genus of trees, named because they were often planted in busy public places in Roman times?
I don't know. Deciduous.
Those are poplar or populus.
Get out. That's interesting.
I know. As soon as I found that out, I knew I had to write a question about it. Currently, Kate has 2 wedges and has 1 in sports and leisure. Amy has 2 for her arts and literature. Gary has 2 for geography, and Aaron has 1 for science and nature. So 2 to 0 to 0 to 0 wedge-wise.
Okay.
And that takes us back to Kate.
Yes, it does. And Kate, where would you like to take this one then?
I'll venture into history.
History is the selection. All right, your question, the first question for history. What fascist dictator falsely took credit for making his country's trains run on time after they fell into massive disrepair following World War I?
I'll go with the fascist dictator Mussolini.
Benito Mussolini is correct. Your second question in history. Who had served as a president of Egypt since 1981 until the Arab Spring protests of 2011 saw him resign?
Oh, gosh. Sadat?
No, unfortunately, that's Hosni Mubarak.
Mubarak.
Yeah, way to miss a question, Kate. God.
She's human.
All right, we'll take it back to Amy. Amy, where would you like to go with this?
Let's try the arts and literature.
Arts and literature it is. Also called Kado, I believe. Ikebana is the Japanese art of what? I'm sure 2 gentlemen in the studio would be happy to correct me on something.
K-A-D-O?
Yes.
Kado.
But the O has a line over it.
You're right.
Kado.
Kado.
Okay, one more time. Kado.
Yes, also called Kado. Ikebana is the Japanese art of what?
What kind of art would you have? I can't even think of a type of art, so I will say sculpture.
Unfortunately, that is the art of flower arrangement.
Oh.
Like on Ken's shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Themed.
Got that.
It's on theme.
All right, so that'll take us back to Gary. Gary, where would you like to go?
Yeah, let's see if we can get that geography wedge out of the way.
All right, let's see if we can. Your first question in geography. The Golan Heights are an area of land internationally recognized as belonging to what country, but currently occupied by Israel?
This is tricky. I don't know if Palestine is considered a country, so I'm not going to go there. I'll see if it's Egypt.
The Golan Heights are a land area occupied by Israel, but owned by Syria.
Oh, okay.
Palestine's
as long as I
not
wasn't going there.
Palestine's not sovereignly recognized, like United Nations wise.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was in the wrong end.
Good thinking.
And that'll take us back to Aaron.
Science, please.
Science it is. All right, first question for you, Aaron. What is the term for an electrical generator that creates a direct current using a commutator?
Alternator?
That is a dynamo.
Oh.
I never knew what that was, but
Yeah.
now I do.
Yeah. Good to know.
It's not just a superhero, or it sounds like a superhero.
All right, so we're going to go back to Kate.
Look out.
Stick with your previous category, or are you moving somewhere else?
Let's go with history again.
We'll go back to history. First question for you. Though women were initially barred from combat in World War II, an issue was declared to deploy 3 women's Air Force units against the Germans. These women were nicknamed the Night Witches. From which country did they come?
Great Britain?
Unfortunately, they were Russian.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I find that most World War II history regarding like really, really badass like snipers and you know female pilots and stuff. It's mostly Russian. Yeah.
They straight up. So even before the issue was declared, they would like straight up like steal the planes on the bases and go fly and bomb the Germans. Like they just really wanted to bomb some Germans.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yikes.
I mean, if we can't create international conflict, Matt, what are we here for? All right, we'll take it back to Amy.
I think it's my third try, and it's going to work for arts and literature.
All right, we'll go back to arts and literature.
We're rooting for you.
Armistead Maupin's Tales of the City are a landmark series of LGBT novels originally published in a newspaper. From what city where the stories are set?
San Francisco.
San Francisco is correct.
Woo!
And that's your arts and literature wedge.
All right.
Good job.
And what are the standings after that wedge was just given, Ryan?
Well, Amy just earned a wedge. Kate has 2. Gary is working on geography, and Aaron's working on science and nature. So it is 2 to 1 to 0 to 0 currently.
All right. Moving back on to Gary.
Indeed.
Finishing
All right.
up geography, Gary?
Yeah, well, hopefully, yes.
All right, let's see how this one does for you. Florence, or Firenze, is the capital of which Italian region?
Nice pronunciation there, Jeff.
Of course.
I know Florence is in the north.
It's not.
I don't know.
It's not Florence of Arabia, right?
Florence and the Machine?
Right.
At least I'm pretty sure it's north. Oh, and I can't think of any regions there. I think way up near the mountains there's something called the Piedmont, and I don't think that's what this is going to be, but it's all I've got right now, so Piedmont.
Unfortunately, I think Neil knows where this one's from. Right, Neil?
Is that Tuscany?
It is Tuscany.
Or Under the Tuscan Sun with Diane Lane?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. I knew Olive Garden had some sort of a something with it, and I couldn't come up with it.
Olive Garden trivia.
Isn't that a part of Seinfeld as well?
Yeah, are there any villas there available to rent? No. There's none. They're all rented out.
All right, so we'll move back to Aaron. Sticking with science?
Yes, please.
Okay, back to science for you. An enclosure used to block electromagnetic fields is called either a cage or a shield and is named for what man?
Faraday.
Faraday is
All
correct.
right.
Ryan is laughing because, of course, in the question he wrote naked for what man, and I read it correctly, or at least I believe as he intended.
I don't know if I would have known the answer to that.
So Faraday is correct.
Woo!
So you need one more, Ryan?
He does. He currently has 2 in science and nature because he got baleen.
For the wedge.
So for the wedge.
Hashtag for the wedge.
Also called a butterfly cod, zebrafish, turkeyfish, or firefish. What invasive species in Atlantic waters is known for its distinctive coloring and 18 venomous spines?
Is it the lionfish?
The lionfish is correct for the wedge.
That is a wedge.
It was a really good episode of, what is it, New Girl, about a lionfish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. Moving on.
I'm not going to describe it to you right now.
That's fair. We'll take it back to Kate.
Well, try history again.
All right, back to history. Our first question to you. Nicknamed the Wind of Destruction, what country saw revolution from 1959 to 61 as the Hutus rose up to dismantle the Belgian colony with a Tutsi monarchy and became an independent Hutu-ruled republic before declaring full independence and sovereignty a year later?
Is that Rwanda?
That is Rwanda, yes.
Nice.
Second question to you. Reigning for nearly 6 decades, Pedro II, or Pedro the Magnanimous, was the final ruler of what country when it was still an empire until an 1889 coup d'etat?
Oh, goodness. Pedro. Brazil.
Brazil is correct.
Wow.
Oh, that was a 100% guess.
I'd like to be known as Ken the Magnanimous going forward, by the way, guys.
Denied.
They made the first Brazilian republic right after that, and Pedro I and Pedro II are absolutely revered there.
Pedro 3 didn't do enough? What happened?
I'm not sure there was a third Pedro, and if he was, I don't think people liked monarchies too much at that point.
They wanted to vote for Pedro. I got you.
We want a democracy so we can vote for you.
All right, and third question, right, for the wedge? Is that what I'm looking at, Ryan?
No, she had one before.
Oh, yes.
And 2, that was for the wedge because she got Mussolini, Rwanda, and Brazil.
Perfect.
We got a score recap, Ryan.
Kate just picked up her third wedge. Amy and Aaron have 1. Gary's still working on 1.
All right, we'll take it back to Amy.
I'll go geography.
Geography is the choice. First question for you. What is the most populous U.S. city on the coast of Lake Superior?
Lordy. Lake Superior is over there.
It's right over there.
Yeah, it's on the far side. So what's over there on the lake? Oh, how about Madison?
Unfortunately, it is Duluth, Minnesota.
I couldn't think of any cities in Minnesota besides Minneapolis. All right.
Totally fair. All right, we'll take it back to Gary. Gary, where are you headed with this one?
Well, sadly, that would have got me through geography. Let's hope this next one does also.
Stole it from you.
Yes, you sure did.
For the wedge.
Pacific Pier is a tourist attraction featuring solar-paneled Ferris wheel, and it's located at the end of Colorado Avenue in what city?
You know, I'm thinking it's got to be L.A. area or L.A., and there's one. Oh. How about Santa Monica?
Santa Monica will earn you the
Got
wedge.
it.
Oof. Holy
Good work,
cow.
Gary.
Thank you, Sheryl Crow.
That should be everyone's frame of reference for all questions.
That and Olive Garden.
Olive Garden and Sheryl Crow.
Olive Garden and Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, I need an Olive Garden category.
Your category, Aaron, is endless soup and breadsticks.
Got it. Just to ask something, the categories, is it actually sports and leisure like it is in the game? Or is
Yes, it is.
sports?
There are sports and there is leisure as well.
Okay. I'll see how bad that's going to be.
Sports and leisure.
Let's try that.
It's the first time anyone's gone for sports and leisure so far. That and entertainment have sat out. I wonder why that is with this group of 4 people.
That's very surprising.
So if we learned anything from the other game, they do know a little entertainment.
That's right.
They'll sweep these.
I'm hoping for a little bit more leisure.
There you go.
I'm good at leisure.
Looking down the list, there is some. So you can decide what where this one falls. First question to you. In a standard 3-dart throw, what is the highest amount of points one can earn?
60.
It is 180, but you get that by 3 triple 20s.
That hurt
That's
to watch.
a shame. That's a shame.
So we'll move.
Aaron, I'm so sorry.
This looks devastated. We need to get him off the screen. Get him off the screen.
We'll take it back to Kate. Her selection.
I'll go with the leisure.
Sports and leisure.
There's still sports in there.
You don't get to choose. It's not sports or leisure.
It's going to happen in whatever order it happens in. All right. Your first question. In what country does the soccer club known as PSG play their home games?
Lord. PSG. I'll say Germany.
It would be helpful to know that that's Paris Saint-Germain. The country is France.
Paris Saint-Germain. They have Neymar, and he's the worst.
Oh.
I only write questions about things I hate.
Apparently.
Like that.
People hate watch. Ryan
Yeah.
hate writes trivia. So, yeah.
That's his leisure activity.
Should come to a current events round I host sometime.
All right, we'll head back to Amy.
I'm going to try geography one more time before I give
Okay.
up on it.
Sounds good. Your question. With maybe the most famous example located in Algiers, what is the Arabic word meaning central part of a town?
Bizarre.
I believe it's Casbah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sharif don't like it.
Oh,
Really,
geez.
really hates it, in fact.
Yeah.
All right, Gary, where are we headed now that you've got your wedge?
Let's go to the orange category, sports and leisure.
Sports and leisure seems to be everyone's second choice. Your first question. In what card game do you skunk your opponent if you beat them by at least 30 and double skunk them if you win by at least 60?
Oh, I never skunk or double skunk. I'm the one getting skunked and double skunked to cribbage.
Cribbage is correct.
Yeah.
It must stink. Sorry.
Your second question. What was the name of the horse that got disqualified at the Kentucky Derby this year? 2019. Since obviously this will live in infamy forever.
I have no idea how many times I tried to remember that horse's name, knowing it would come up at some point in time, but it shouldn't have been now because I can't remember it. It had an ironic sort of a name. Somehow the letter M is coming out at me, but I just not. Darn it. Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus is your answer?
Sure.
Okay. Unfortunately,
We're right on the letter.
Yeah, you had the letter. It's maximum security.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Was defeated by Country House.
Yeah. I swore to myself I had to memorize that, and now I know why.
Thought he was defeated by himself, but we'll take it back to Aaron. Aaron, what's your selection?
I'll try leisure again.
All right, we'll stick in the same category.
Remember to triple your answer every time.
Oh my God. Actually, maybe I just won't answer so quick. Try to think about it for a second.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges of having the multi-formats. We move from speed trivia into one where you can take basically as much time as you see fit.
Right.
Your first question. Before Arizona and before St. Louis, where did the NFL's Cardinals call home?
Correct. Before Arizona and before St. Louis, you said?
Yes.
Well, I haven't got a clue. So I will just say, have to take a guess. And Philadelphia.
They were the NFL football Cardinals of Chicago.
Yeah. Rivals of the Decatur Staleys.
The Staleys.
It's the name of the bear.
Yeah, that's our mascot's name. Yeah, after the team.
Way back when.
All right, we'll take it back to Kate.
All right, I'm going to venture into entertainment.
All right.
Brave soul dipping their toe.
Cue the entertainment intro. Awesome, that was really great.
Was there anything? Did you put something?
I might have. I might not. I might not have. We'll see what happens.
Entertainment.
We're all doing different stuff.
Apparently, we all want in on this.
Entertainment tonight.
Entertainment 720. All right, first question at entertainment. The guy that played the captain on How I Met Your Mother, the guys that played Tony and Riff in West Side Story, the woman that played the crazy mother in 1976's Carrie, and the girl that played Wayne's ex in Wayne's World all appeared together as regular cast members of what short-lived TV series?
Whoa.
Oh, good Lord. I really have no idea. I can't even make a guess.
All right, so the actors were Kyle MacLachlan, Richard Beymer, Russ Tamblyn, Piper Laurie, and Laura Flynn Boyle, who were all in Twin Peaks.
Oh, all right.
All right, indeed. I would have never gotten that.
Nice Russ Tamblyn reference there. You don't hear his name too often anymore.
Oscar nominee for Peyton Place, 1959.
And there you have it.
Father of Amber Tamblyn, actress.
That's true. Both appeared together in Django Unchained, I think.
All right.
You guys good?
This is why Neil and I can't be in the same room at the same time.
We'll take it back to Amy.
Django Unchained, starring Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah.
Star of Ray.
Yeah. All right. Made a song with Kanye West.
The entertainment question scared me, so let's try sports and leisure.
Going to sports and leisure. All right, your question. What Milwaukee Brewer is currently leading the MLB in home runs, at least at the beginning of July, the time of this recording?
I will say Smith because I have no clue.
So it is Christian Yelich.
Mm-hmm. Reigning MVP.
He hits the ball good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's usually important for baseball players.
He's the 1 seed in the home run derby, so he really does hit the ball good.
All right, Gary, what are we doing with your selection here?
I'll keep on chugging away with sports and leisure.
Okay. Your question. Parcheesi is an American adaptation of the game Pachisi, which probably originated sometime in the 16th century in what country?
India.
India is correct.
This next one is for the wedge.
And your question. The man who coached the Virginia men's basketball team to March Madness glory this year shares his name with someone more famous for doing what?
Yeah, I don't know. The coach. So that's going to make this reference really hard. So, famous for being defeated at Waterloo.
So this is a much less famous Tony Bennett. So we're looking for singer.
Mm.
Oh, that's the guy that was at Wisconsin, I think, for a while.
Washington State.
Was that it?
Yeah, he was at Washington State, I think back when they had Clay.
All right.
That'll take us back to Aaron. Sticking with sports and leisure?
Yes, please.
Okay. Your question. Who founded the Women's Tennis Association in 1973 after winning Wimbledon in 1968 and receiving £750, while men's winner Rod Laver won $2,000?
Billie Jean King.
Billie Jean King is correct.
There you go.
Your next question. What British playboy has won 6 of 9 Grand Prix this year on the F1 circuit, driving for Mercedes?
It was 2019.
Are you serious? Oh.
Yeah, this year. Sorry.
Oof. Gee whiz. David Beckham.
This is the very dominant Lewis Hamilton.
Oh.
We'll take it back to Kate.
Let's try sports and leisure.
All right, not leaving the category. We'll stick with it.
It's question.
If you could legally play the phrase, Matt is a robot in Scrabble, how many points would you score?
God.
Assuming no double or triple word scores or letter scores are in play.
Matt is a robot.
Yep.
Quit saying that. Slander.
He's right here, guys.
Well, actually, he wrote this down, so it's technically libel.
Oh, okay. That's fair. It's both.
But now we've said it out loud.
Spider-Man taught me that.
Spoilers.
Spider-Man 1
Oh,
from
that's right.
2000.
Oh yeah, I just saw that scene.
The question is, what is an M worth? Is it 2 or 3? I'm going to say it's 3, and I'm going to say 16.
M and B are 3. A, T, I, S, R, and O are all 1. That is 16.
Wow.
That was the easiest sports question I'm probably going to get. Okay.
And it's only confirmed that Matt is indeed a robot.
And she calculated so fast, too.
It's almost like she's good at math or science.
Or maybe she's a robot.
Plot twist, right?
Maybe I'm a robot.
Oh, no, we found out you were a human earlier when you missed one. Amy said so.
True.
Oh, if missing questions makes you not a robot, Matt's definitely not a robot.
Oh, shade.
All right, your next question. Based out of the city of Regina, what is the name of the CFL team from Saskatchewan?
I have no idea. The Regina Kickers.
I see you don't bleed white and green. That's good. That's really good. They are the Rough Riders.
Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
Yep, Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
All right. No, I bleed green and white.
Yeah.
Just a different one, right?
Just a different one, yeah.
I'll take us back to Amy.
I'll try history.
History. All right.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
No, it's been a bit.
Gonna mix it up.
Your question. Who co-authored the Federalist Papers with Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton?
J.
John Jay is correct.
Yay! Thank you, Hamilton.
Hey, it's worked for you twice so far.
And people
so.
know so much about Revolutionary history all of a sudden. I kind of like it.
Your next question. Name either of the 2 Americans that won the Nobel Peace Prize in the 1960s.
Did JFK win?
JFK did not win. Linus Pauling and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. were the 2 recipients.
What was the first one besides MLK?
Linus Pauling. He won for peace, and he also won for, I think, chemistry also. He was big on nuclear disarmament before it was popular.
I think he studied citric acid, maybe?
Oh, you know what? I'm just going to believe you because you're smart, and I'm dumb.
And we'll take it back to Gary.
All right, let's finish off sports and leisure, shall we?
All right, we'll get you another one in sports and leisure. Since 1978, the Spiel des Jahres has been awarded for excellence in what field?
I couldn't. Could you spell what that is, or tell me again, or?
Sure. It's SPIEL space DE space JAHRES.
I've not heard of it. Can you run through it more time? Just
Sure. Since 1978, the Spiel des Jahres has been awarded for excellence in what field?
wow. Strangely worded for a sports and leisure question. What field? I don't know. Can I say something like safety innovations in sports?
Sure. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. This is the German Award for Excellence in Board and Card Games.
Best way to buy a board game for that.
The best Shoots and Ladders players.
Yeah, basically every
1980.
every year I basically look at the list and then try and buy a game off of it because they're all pretty good.
Your concept. Sorry, that's my favorite.
Nice.
I'm a huge Settlers of Catan fan, but
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Linus Pauling, for the record, won his Peace Prize for campaign against nuclear weapons testing, and he won the Chemistry Nobel in '54 for his research into the nature of the chemical bond and its application to the elucidation of the structure of complex substances.
So everyone's right.
Neat.
Kind of. All right. Back to Aaron.
I'll keep plugging away at sports and leisure.
okay. After leading his country to a second-place finish at the FIFA World Cup, what Croatian became the first Ballon d'Or winner in a decade that wasn't named Messi or Rolando?
Ronaldo?
Sorry, Ronaldo.
His creepy twin, Rolando. He's the one that the sculpture was made
Is
of.
as ugly as Ronaldo is attractive.
Yes, apparently I need to enlarge this text a little bit.
Ronaldo got all the good genes.
It's just like Ashton Kutcher and his brother.
It's, I'll probably say it wrong, but I want to say something like Mordic, Luca, or somebody Mordic.
Yeah, I'm
gonna take
Ryan. I want your ruling, but Luca,
I mean, it's Modric. You just got two letters mixed up.
I think he's. Yeah, it sounds like he said the last name correctly.
I think if you're gonna pronounce it as a American, he's pretty close.
Let's give it to him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Luka
Yeah.
Modric. Yep.
There you go.
Take
The
it.
guy he plays at Real Madrid, or at least
Okay, see, he knows who the guy is. So.
I know who he is.
Yeah, he's played there since like 2012.
How tall is he? Do you know?
He's like 5'4".
All right, your next question. What is the name of the WNBA team that plays their home games in Las Vegas?
For the wedge.
I got nothing. The Dam Builders.
It's very on theme for Vegas. It's the Aces.
I knew it was going to be in that genre.
All right, quick recap, Brian, please.
All right, Kate's sitting with 3 wedges. Everybody else is sitting with 1. However, Kate, Gary, and Aaron all have 2 in sports and leisure.
Ooh. Who's gonna get that third?
We're going to find out. We'll take it back to Kate.
Let's see if we can close it out. There have been a couple sports questions, so maybe leisure will be up next.
I like the thinking.
This one's for you, Jeff.
The Pokemon trading card game,
Hey, leisure.
Dungeons & Dragons, and Magic the Gathering are all products currently published by what company based out of Seattle?
Oh, I'm gonna have to just take a wild guess on this. The Starbucks trading card company.
Properly owned by their evil overlords Hasbro, this is Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, I have heard of that. Bummer. And that was leisure too.
And now we know it's the West Coast.
Mm-hmm. That's the coast they're talking about.
Indeed. All right, Amy, are you sticking with it?
I'm going to try and get in the 2-point club. Let's go for history.
History it is. To which king of England was Eleanor of Aquitaine married?
Eleanor of Aquitaine. She is not one of the wives of Henry VIII. But I have no concept of what time she was around, so we will say Richard III.
It was Henry II. That'll bring us back to Gary.
All right, let's try sports again.
I kind of figured that's where we were headed. I've got you clued in. All right, here's your question. Wilt Chamberlain in 1960 and Wes Unseld in 1969 are the only 2 NBA MVPs to have earned that honor while winning what other award the same year?
Ooh. Gosh, I can't even think of what other type of awards other than MVP. It's not 6th man of the year, I'm sure. How about most rebounds?
They had successful campaigns as the NFL NBA MVPs, as being Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Wilt was pretty good, if I recall.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You tend to be if you win both of those in a year.
He scored sometimes.
Yeah, upwards of 100 points.
I didn't know he was ever a rookie.
He just existed from the beginning.
Came into the league in his second year.
Took the ball out of the peach basket.
All right, Aaron.
Sports again, please.
Sports it is. Widely regarded as one of the greatest to ever play, Ronnie O'Sullivan is a 5-time world champion in what sport?
Is it Rodney or Roddy?
Ronnie.
Okay, it's neither. Ronnie O'Sullivan?
Yes.
As in O''Sullivan, not a middle initial.
Do you think he was German?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if it's something as obscure as hurling, but I'll go with rugby.
This is something that is pretty European. This is snooker.
Oh, wow. Easy.
Right.
Patty Lewis is screaming at his phone right now.
None of these are easy, Ken. That's how you get into the Final Four, right?
Right.
Yeah, now you have to be punished.
It's blood sport, not fluff sport.
That's right. All right, Kate, where would you like to go?
I'll do one more shot at sports and leisure.
Okay. Let's see if your strategy of trying to find leisure categories works for you. Though the U.S. has been historically dominant, in 2006, Kimi Meissner became the most recent woman to win a world championship in what?
Most recent American woman, rather. Sorry.
No, fair enough.
You said the U.S. has been dominant?
Yes.
Kimi Meissner. So, individual women's sports. 2006?
Yes.
Was the last time an American woman won a world championship in what sport?
Gymnastics.
Ooh. This is ladies single figure skating.
So close.
Oh, that was my backup answer.
It's a tough one. Yeah. Well, we'll take it back to Amy.
Let's keep trucking with history.
History will keep on trucking. Rashidun, Umayyad, and Abbasid were three different major Islamic states in history ruled by someone considered a major successor to the Prophet Muhammad. What is the name for this kind of state?
I feel like these have gotten progressively harder as the game has gone on.
They tend to, yeah.
Why?
I feel that I will recognize this word, but probably not be able to place it now. So what kind of state could you have? All I can think of is a Sikh. Got nothing.
Those are all examples of caliphates.
It's the word I couldn't think of.
We'll take it back to Gary.
All right, let's try it again. Sports and leisure.
All right, sports and leisure, your question. And you're going to want to be specific on this. What two nations always square off in a cricket rivalry called the Ashes?
Let's take a stab at somewhat neighbors that both play cricket. Australia and New Zealand.
Ooh. It's England and Australia.
Well, they're not neighbors.
One sent all their prisoners to the other.
Yeah, they're related.
All right, we'll take it back to Aaron.
All right. Let's try one more on sports and leisure.
Okay, this one's a Matt question. What college did Michael Jordan attend from 1981 to 1984?
I'm going to say North Carolina.
North Carolina is correct.
For the wedge.
North Carolina.
So with that, Aaron moves up into second place. Kate still has 3 wedges, Aaron with 2, Amy and Gary sitting with 1.
All right, we'll take it back to Kate.
All right, sports.
Sports it is. How many more moves must be made total by both players combined to earn a fool's mate? The quickest way to lose a chess game from the start.
So how many moves by white, how many moves by black, add them together?
The quickest way to lose. 12?
The correct answer is 4.
Ooh.
Oh, I was going to start at 4. Ugh.
That's fast.
I couldn't even think how you could do it in 4, but...
Yeah, you move your pawn in front of your bishop forward, and then your knight forward, and then they move the one in front of their king forward, and then they can just move their queen out, and you're stuck.
Yeah.
All right.
History.
History is the selection for Amy. We can take it back there, no problem. Your question. The Khmer Rouge were a communist and later nationalist group of people that operated in what country from 1951 to 1999?
I think it's Cambodia.
Cambodia is correct.
All right.
Yay! Is that 2 for me in history?
That is 2.
For the wedge.
For the wedge.
Sorry, I took
Your
it.
No, your question for the wedge.
I like excitement.
Sir John A. Macdonald was the first prime minister of what country, where he is generally credited as the father of the country?
I'm sorry, can you say his name again?
Sir John A. Macdonald.
Who has prime ministers? Let's go with New Zealand.
All right, and this is unfortunately Canada.
Ah,
We'll take it back to Gary.
All right, let's do it again. Sports.
We'll take your question in sports. The two most recent women to be ranked number 1 overall in ladies singles tennis have come from what countries?
Hey, Gary, what sport do you like playing a lot?
So this is going to be bad when I miss this. No, I don't know that I'm going to miss it. I want to hear it again so I don't stumble on something.
Sure. The two most recent women to be ranked number 1 overall in ladies singles tennis have come from what countries?
2 separate countries.
Oh, we're naming them both.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Ash Barty is Australia. Naomi Osaka is Japan.
For the wedge.
That is correct.
Yay.
Well done.
Names and all.
I saw it and I was like, oh no. But he nailed that one.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take it back to Aaron.
Well, I'll try. Boy, I don't know. I'll try entertainment, please.
Entertainment? Sure. Category we have not gotten through a lot of questions in. In fact, 1.
Yeah. So all the easy ones are up front, right?
I like your thinking. We'll see how this goes. First question to you. What 2 country legends teamed up for a 1978 album together that featured the song Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys?
Oh my God.
Matt apparently not a fan of this question.
You have to name them both, I take it.
Yes.
I know, I'm pretty sure Willie Nelson is one. And now I have to try to think of another country guy. It's Chris Christopherson.
Well, you had Willie Nelson, but unfortunately the other one is Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, makes all kinds of sense.
All right, moving back to Kate.
I'll take a shot at geography.
Okay.
Oh,
Mix it up.
Back to geography. What is the name of the big Ferris wheel that sits along the south bank of the River Thames?
The London Eye.
The London Eye is correct. Next question. If you're cruising the internet and found yourself on a website whose top-level domain code ends with .de, you'd almost certainly be on a website usually in what country?
.de. Denmark.
The DE is for Deutschland, so it's Germany.
Oh, wow.
Germany. I didn't think it could be that easy.
All right. Amy?
I'm going to get a wedge in history.
All right.
Like that confidence.
The attitude is much appreciated.
She wants the ball. And she's
Oh,
gonna
I think
score.
you're going to get a wedge in history.
We'll see how it goes. In 2004, what then state senator gave the keynote address at the Democratic National Convention?
I hope that would be Barack Obama.
And it
For
was
the wedge.
Barack Obama for the wedge.
Thanks, Obama.
Truly.
Actually, yes. Thanks, Obama. With that, Kate's still sitting at 3. Amy, Gary, and Aaron have all quietly earned 2 wedges in the meantime.
All right, let's keep it going.
And now we're going to Gary.
Good question. Don't know where to go. Let's go pink. Entertainment.
Entertainment. Your question. What film memorably features a non-human opera singer named the diva Pavlaguna?
What?
Sure it does. Any wild chance that was Wall-E?
It was not, although you sort of had an interesting tie here. It's The Fifth Element.
Very similar movies.
Yeah.
My favorite part is where Wally starts shooting everybody.
That's how it should have ended. All right, we'll take it back to Aaron.
I'll try entertainment again, please.
Entertainment for you. Your question. What band scored hits with cover versions of songs originally by The Kinks, Roy Orbison, and Martha and the Vandellas from 1979 to 82?
Van Halen.
Van Halen is correct.
Nice.
Nice.
Your next question. The massively acclaimed 1963 film 8½, was filmed and written predominantly in what language?
I'm going to try French.
Ooh, very close. It was Italian.
Italian.
By Federico Fellini.
Take it back to Kate with that.
Geography again.
All right. Geography for you. What two animals appear on either side of the crest on the Australian coat of arms? I feel like Ryan knew that was a Jeff and Neil question, too.
Australian. Kangaroo. Oh, do I need two animals?
Two animals.
Oh, goodness. They put a snake? Snake and spider? Let's see. Let's go kangaroo.
And Nicole Kidman.
He was a Wolverine.
And
It's a Wolverine.
trying to-
That's a joke I like.
we'll go unicorn.
Oh, not too far off.
That was that's Scotland's, I believe, right?
Scotland.
So
Yeah.
known principally, and I was told this on my visit to the Parliament, they chose the kangaroo and the emu because they can't go backwards. So it's supposed to represent progress.
Neither one of those can go backwards.
They can't walk backwards. Yeah.
It's so
That's something new.
So if you ever need to like punch an emu, you know where to do it.
In the back of the head. We'll move on to Amy.
Let's try sports and leisure.
Sports and leisure. Your question in sports and leisure. An online petition was created in 2016 to have what MLB player's cap shown backwards on his Hall of Fame plaque instead of the traditional forward direction?
Why do I keep getting baseball questions? Who would be a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer? Nolan Ryan.
All right. Unfortunately, it's Ken Griffey Jr.
The kid.
Is he at least in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Right.
Marcus Ellis is screaming at his phone right now.
Sorry, Marcus.
Over to Gary.
I guess I'll just try a few more times at entertainment and see how that treats me.
Okay. Your question. What comedian, actor, and former game show host won an Emmy for playing a character named Christine Baskets?
Yikes. Comedian, actor, game show host. Yikes. Christine Baskets. Let's say maybe Steve Harvey.
Right game show, wrong host.
It's Louis Anderson.
Oh, God. You could have given me a lot of guesses before I got there.
It was for the show Baskets with Zach Galifianakis on FX. Aaron, you sticking with entertainment?
Yeah, please.
All right. In entertainment, what iconic television character married Betty Hofstadt, got divorced, then married Megan Calvert, both of whom took his last name?
Milton Berle.
Milton Berle? The correct answer is Don Draper of Mad Men. All right, and the next selection will go to Kate.
Stick with geography.
All right, back to geography. Your question. From 1958 to 1975, what country was known as the Malagasy Republic?
Malagasy.
Thailand.
That was the island nation of Madagascar.
Oh.
Made good movies about it.
There was a couple of them, yeah. Take it to Amy.
I'll try geography.
Okay, stick with it. Known for its bars, strip clubs, and once-a-year blow-up party, what road runs for 13 blocks from Canal Street to Esplanade Avenue?
Canal Street to I can't even place that. So, bars, Santa Monica Boulevard.
This is a very famous Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
Oh, I should know that.
Go to Gary.
I'll go entertainment one more try.
Entertainment one more try. Your question. What two actors portrayed former Apple CEO Steve Jobs in the 2013 films Jobs and the 2015 film Steve Jobs?
I have no idea. Smith and Jones.
This was
It's not Ashton Kutcher.
Except it is. And Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. It's going to be a rough category.
I'll have the same, please.
You'll stick with entertainment.
I guess.
This one's gettable.
What band released objectively the worst song of all time in 2009 with Hey Soul Sister? Obviously written by Ryan.
Yeah, right? I'm going to say Train.
Train is correct.
Correct. Garbage band and garbage song.
Right. Leave Train alone. They have their fans.
I mean, it's terrible, but I don't know if it's the
They're
worst
okay
of
in
all
like the
time.
early 2000s. Everything
I
2009 forward.
I was going to say I happen to know somebody that goes on a yearly cruise that's Train fans.
A train cruise.
It's a real thing. It's a real train
That's
cruise.
so sad.
Your next question. What star of Hollywood's golden age is generally considered the first modern gay icon and is also married two gay men? Vicente Minnelli in 1945 and Mark Herron in 1965.
I can only think of Rock Hudson right now.
I think this came up yesterday. This was Judy Garland.
Oh, that's right.
Not yesterday, a few weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago.
I mean, several weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right. Next question goes to Kate.
Geography.
Geography for you. The Bear, Jordan, and Weber rivers all deposit over 1 million tons of minerals into what lake every year?
Lake Champlain.
That is the Great Salt Lake.
Oh, minerals.
These dang minerals.
I presume salt is the mineral in question there.
All right, Amy, where are we going?
Stay with geography.
Stay with geography. What Arizona city of around 500,000 people is the most populous city in the U.S. whose name has fewer than 5 letters?
Yuma?
Ooh.
It is Mesa, Arizona.
Is Yuma in Arizona? Okay.
Problem.
We'll take it back to Gary.
All right, let me shift gears and go history.
Your question, Gary. Toussaint Louverture is best remembered today for his role in what country's revolution that lasted from 1791 to 1804?
I think sounds kind of French, but that seems too easy, so I'll go Belgium.
That does sound French. It was Haiti.
That would be French, yes.
We'll take it back to Aaron.
Entertainment, please.
Entertainment for you. Your question. Featuring a rainbow-lit building in the cityscape on the cover art, who came out in late June with the release of his debut EP, 7?
I have no idea what his name is. I know what you're talking about. Pass. Go on, sorry.
It's all right. That's Lil Nas X.
Okay.
Go to Kate.
Let's see if I can finish up the sports wedge.
Finish up sports. And this is going to be the last question in sports no matter what we do. So maybe you can close it out. If not, we're going to just use the existing scores as tiebreakers. Candlepin and duckpin are two lesser played varieties of what?
Bowling.
Bowling is correct.
For the wedge.
Nice.
Take it back to Amy.
Geography.
Geography for you. What country's flag has a red stripe for the blood of those killed in genocide, a blue stripe for the pure sky, and an orange stripe that represents the courage of its residents?
So red, blue, and orange. Uganda.
The country is Armenia.
Where's my son? He would know that.
Orange isn't the most popular color for flags.
Yeah.
We'll take it over to Gary.
Do history again.
All right, your question. In 1848, a convention in what town was advertised as a convention to discuss the social, civil, and religious conditions and rights of women?
Yeah, these are wicked, at least for me. How about Bern, Switzerland?
And the city in question was Seneca Falls, New York.
Obviously.
I kind of feel like we're all getting our guts stuffed out here. Whoever's watching this is just going to be screaming. I gotta keep trying at entertainment.
Okay. We'll take it back to entertainment. What actress has played all of the following roles? A shop clerk in a same-sex relationship, a badass hacker, a Freddy Krueger survivor, and Mark Zuckerberg's ex.
Charlize Theron?
This is an actress named for her two very wealthy families she belongs to. This is Rooney Mara.
Oh, yeah.
The Giants and the Steelers or something like that?
Yes.
That is correct.
We'll take it back to Kate.
Let's see if we can... let's try entertainment.
All right, entertainment. Got for you. Who provided the voice for the gorilla Turk in Disney's Tarzan?
Ashton Kutcher.
No. Unfortunately, that was Rosie O'Donnell.
It's not Ashton Kutcher.
Haven't seen it.
We'll go over to Amy.
I am going to get a geography question. Go for it.
All right, we'll get you a geography question here. A hotspot for nuclear testing, the Bikini Atoll is nowadays part of what oceanic country?
The Marshall Islands?
The Marshall Islands is correct.
Woo-hoo. Yay! Okay. It's been like hours.
Well, I assume we'll get you another one here,
It's been
hopefully.
84 years.
Your next question in geography. While USD refers to US dollars and EUR refers to euros, what currency is represented by the initialism PAB?
PAB. I am blanking, so we'll say Panamanian bucks.
Oh.
Something in Panama, isn't it?
It's the Panamanian Balboa.
Oh.
Very close.
Go, Adrian.
Oh, that was like right in my heart.
Yeah, that hurt.
Think of the bee.
Gary, you're up next.
Yeah, let's do what I said I wouldn't do and go to arts and literature.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Seems a lot of people have forgotten about that one. Your question. Alvin Ailey, Twyla Tharp, and Isadora Duncan are all legendary names in what field of work?
Isadora Duncan, I think, is a dancer. So dance.
Yeah, dance and choreography.
Gary.
That'll get you one in arts and literature.
The reason her name rings a bell is because she was wearing a scarf around her neck and it was too long and it got caught under the wheel of her tire and she broke her neck and died.
I hate it when that happens.
Ugh.
Fun.
That's depressing.
That Jeff's job was to bring down the show. Next question for you, Gary. In what city would you find the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, opened in 1997, 11 years after her death?
I don't know. Let's go off the O'Keeffe and see if she's Irish and say Dublin.
It's Santa Fe, New Mexico.
It's very close, though.
Oh,
Similar climate.
We'll take it back to Aaron.
Keep plugging away. Try entertainment.
All right, entertainment is your category. What man received acclaim for directing the films Zodiac, The Social Network, and Seven, but whose greatest achievement was directing the music video for Madonna's Vogue?
The editorials on this one. I don't know.
Ryan's fingerprints are all over these questions.
I guess he also didn't he do Fight Club as well? That sucks. Fincher.
Fincher is correct.
David Fincher for the wedge.
All right. So given that Ryan, who wonderfully wrote all of these questions, only can write so many, given the limitations on these, I'm gonna send it over to Ryan. He's going to tell us a little tweak that we're going to do to the initial rules.
Yes, so we are going to do 3 more rotations through for each competitor. Kate currently has 4 wedges, Aaron with 3, Amy and Gary sitting at 2. Kate, we are over to you after Aaron got a fresh entertainment wedge.
I'm going to try and see if I can get some more in geography.
Okay, we'll see what we can do about that. Your question, what collective name is given to the Cayman Islands, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, and Puerto Rico?
The Caribbean?
Part of the Caribbean that's the Greater Antilles.
No.
Specifically. Go back to Amy.
Geography.
Geography for you. Your question. What name did the state capital of Georgia earn from a song performed by the Allman Brothers?
Nickname, did you say that?
Yes. What nickname did the state capital of Georgia earn?
What is Atlanta's nickname? It is Hotlanta.
Hotlanta is correct.
Wow. Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
From the Allman Brothers? All right.
Yeah, it was on, I think, live at Fillmore East in 71.
All right. For the wedge, let's go for geography.
All right.
For the wedge.
Yes.
By what name was the city of Gdansk known when it was under German occupation?
Is it Danzig?
Danzig is correct.
Wow. Danzig for the wedge. Something I thought I'd never hear.
Especially in geography, right?
Yeah.
Good old Glenn with his glass jaw.
Good guy.
We'll take it over to Gary.
Over to Gary.
All right, arts and lit.
Arts and literature for you. And your question. All my sons see 60-year-old Joe Keller suffer from the guilt of knowingly shipping off defective airplane parts to make money during the war. What playwright penned this acclaimed 1947 downer?
Don't know. I'll say O'Neill.
Unfortunately, that was Arthur Miller.
If it's a downer, yeah. Usually Miller.
Oh, man, O'Neill, too. Over to Aaron.
I'll try history, please.
All right. Give you history. Fred Korematsu was the plaintiff in a landmark Supreme Court case that declared what constitutional?
You didn't say a year, right?
I did not.
Fred Korematsu.
Yes.
Korematsu.
Constitution. Pass.
Those are the Japanese internment camps.
So with 2 rotations left, Ryan, what's our score here?
Kate's at 4, Aaron's at 3. With geography, Amy's up to 3, and Gary's at 2. Ooh. Kate, we're back to you. Are you going for geography?
Let's try entertainment.
Ooh, power move.
Entertainment is your category of choice. Smyers and Mooney are the last names of what popular country music duo that recorded the recent hit singles Tequila and Speechless?
I don't know. Tango and Cash. I don't know.
It's a good guess, but it's Dan and Shay.
Yeah.
Take it back to Amy. New category for you.
Try science.
All right, your question in science. Cinnabar is a toxic mineral made from sulfur and what other element?
I'm going to say iron.
Unfortunately, that is mercury.
Oh, well.
Over to Gary.
Okay, arts and literature.
Arts and literature. What icon of the Harlem Renaissance penned the poem I Too about how patriotism isn't limited by race?
I'll go with Lucky Jackson.
That was Langston Hughes.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll try geography, please.
All right, your question in geography. In what country would you find the Al-Masjid an-Nabawi, the burial site of the Prophet Muhammad, the second holiest site in Islam?
Syria.
Ooh.
That's in the city of Medina in Saudi Arabia.
That will conclude the second rotation, right? So we got 1 more left.
Yep.
1 more. What do you want, Kate? Geography or entertainment?
Geography.
Good choice, because this closes out geography.
Yeah.
All right, Kate, your question. Grant Park and Millennium Park are two popular public areas in what city?
Oh, Chicago.
Chicago is correct.
Oh, save the easiest one for the last one.
That was my intention.
No. All right.
So new category.
All right, so she has to go entertainment.
Let's go entertainment.
All right, entertainment. After watching his son play GoldenEye 007 and directing his most recent film, Steven Spielberg approached video game division DreamWorks with the idea that would become what 1999 first-person shooter?
This is a game?
Yes.
Video game specifically, it says in the question.
Not my area of expertise. Wolfenstein.
It is the Medal of Honor game.
Wolfenstein's good. Shooting Nazis, right?
Dude, I could shoot Nazis all day.
I think in Medal of Honor you do a little bit of that too.
All right, we'll take it back to Amy.
Science.
Science. I don't know why I said it like that. Your question. What term is given to the lines on a topographic map where the points along the line all meet a certain variable, in this case, a certain level of elevation?
Ugh. The only thing I can think of, I think, is weather related. So that's probably wrong, but I'll say isobar.
Neil watches a lot of these videos online. These are contour lines.
Well, sometimes I need a good foundation. You got to find the right video.
We'll take it back to Gary.
Arts and literature.
Arts and literature for you. Russian ballet impresario Sergei Diaghilev collaborated on 3 successful ballets: The Firebird, Petrushka, and The Rite of Spring, with what fellow countrymen in the 1910s?
How about music by Tchaikovsky?
He worked with Igor Stravinsky.
The other one.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And we'll go to Aaron. I believe this is the last question of this round.
Well,
Of this
not necessarily the last question, but the last attempt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we burned all the geography.
History and arts and literature are the only ones you have left.
History, please.
All right.
Easy one, please.
Well, we're going to see how this goes for you. So your question. What were the last names of India's first prime minister and his daughter? India's first female prime minister.
Separate last names for the record.
Oh, so I got to give 2 last names that I don't know? Just pass. I won't waste any time.
All right. That was Nehru and Gandhi. Indira Gandhi.
All right, so Kate has won this episode, and we'll be going through to the next round.
Yay, Kate.
Gary is going to be in the showdown because he only had 2 wedges. Amy and Aaron both have 3 wedges and nothing else, so we're going to have to do a quick tie break. So we're going to go back to the Speed Kills Part 2 for you, and we're going to go do the rest of the food and drink questions because that's what's next.
So this is one where we lock it in and then both answer?
Correct. Yes. So... again, I'll name a food or drink. You tell me the modern day country from which it comes. Your food is mole sauce.
In.
You're locked in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Guatemala.
And Aaron?
Mexico.
The correct answer is Mexico. So Aaron avoids elimination there. Amy and Gary, you will be going to the showdown. Showdown music.
Prepare the platform for the final match.
We're getting good at that, guys.
Your first question. Which character in the Canterbury Tales is a direct parody of the earlier Knight's Tale, as it sees a heroic knight singing in an obnoxious falsetto, then kissing a butt and getting farted on? This is high English literature, folks.
Jeff, right?
Again, which character's tale in the Canterbury Tales is a direct parody of the earlier Knight's Tale, as it sees the heroic knight singing an obnoxious falsetto, then kissing a butt and getting farted on?
I'm locked in.
All right, Amy, do you have a guess?
I'll guess the monk's tail.
The monk's tail. And Gary?
I just said the tinker. No idea.
The correct answer is the miller's tail.
Miller. Oh.
Moving on. Question 2. What 4-letter word completes the following trio? Allegheny, Monongahela, blank.
Locked in.
Again, what 4-letter word completes the following trio? Allegheny, Monongahela, and blank.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
What do you have, Gary?
Ohio.
And Amy?
Ohio.
3 Rivers of Pittsburgh. That is Ohio.
O-H.
I-O.
I-O.
How dare you? You went to Iowa.
High in the middle, round on the ends. Question 3. Who recorded the landmark 1994 album Illmatic, seen as one of rap's crowning achievements?
Year? What was the year?
94.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Yeah, I've got an answer.
What do you have, Gary?
I said Tupac Shakur.
And Amy?
I locked in just so he wouldn't challenge me, so I said 50 Cent. No idea.
Oh, power move! It is Nos. Just regular Nos. Not Lil Nas X, but
Good
Nos.
strategy there. I really appreciate that.
That assumed that I was going to know something like that.
Yeah.
So if he challenged me, I got it wrong, and he got it wrong, he wouldn't get anything.
Yeah, if you challenge and you're wrong and they're wrong, nothing happens. It's just a waste of the challenge. If you challenge, you're right and he's wrong, you'll get 2 points. If you challenge, you're wrong and he's right, he gets 2, you go down 1.
And if you're both right?
If you're both right, they gain an extra point, but you still get a point for being right.
Okay.
Question number 4. More Spielberg for Neil. What kind of dinosaur was the main antagonist in the 3rd Jurassic Park film, killing the Tyrannosaurus in battle?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
What do you have, Amy?
Brontosaurus.
And Gary?
I took a guess at Allosaurus.
The correct answer is a Spinosaurus. Because I like to keep things nice and light, as I've done all episodes, as Jeff has noticed. Question 5. Founded by Marshall Applewhite, what was the name of the cult that committed mass ritual suicide in 1997 in coordination with the comet Hale-Bopp's passing near Earth? Again, founded by Marshall Applewhite, what was the name of the cult that committed mass ritual suicide in 1997 in coordination with the comet Hale-Bopp's passing near Earth?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Amy, what do you have?
The Orbiters.
The Orbiters. And Gary?
I'm not sure if that's the Branch Davidians, but that's where I went.
They were in Waco. The answer is the Heaven's Gate cult.
Yeah.
Hey, Neil, when we're in our 70s and Haley's Comet comes back, do you want to make a cult?
Yeah, we just drink a lot of coffee.
Mark Twain was born and died on them. All right, question 6. The Afrikaans language, like the Afrikaans, the Afrikaans language, popular in the southern part of Africa, largely evolved out of what language, which in turn evolved out of the Low Franconian language? Again, the Afrikaans language, popular in the southern part of Africa, largely evolved out of what language, which in turn evolved out of Low Franconian?
I'm locked in.
Between 2 and I'll lock in.
What do you have, Gary?
Dutch.
And Amy?
Dutch.
Correct answer is Dutch.
Yay.
Well done. Question number 7. What Dane is generally credited as the first existentialist philosopher? Again, what Dane is generally credited as the first existentialist philosopher?
You have something to share with the class, Matt?
I said Judi Dench.
He said Dane.
Well, that's what I thought I heard at first was Dane. I was like, what?
As in Denmarkian.
Yes.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in as well.
What do you have, Gary?
I said Sartre.
And Amy?
It doesn't sound Danish, but Descartes.
Correct answer is Soren Kierkegaard.
That sounds familiar. We're killing it, Gary.
It's all right. We're making it exciting. It's close.
You'll get there with a leap of faith.
Question number 8. In the early 90s, what supermodel famously fell on the catwalk while wearing foot-high platform shoes designed by British designer Vivienne Westwood? Again, in the early 90s, what supermodel famously fell on the catwalk while wearing foot-high platform shoes designed by British designer Vivienne Westwood?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Gary, who do you have?
Heidi Klum.
And Amy?
Elle Macpherson.
The correct answer is Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, I can picture that now you say it.
Number 9. Although they used to be watermelon flavored in the late 90s and lime flavored before then, what is the current flavor of the green pieces in a box of Runts candy?
Again, please?
Although they used to be watermelon flavored in the late 90s and lime flavored before then, what is the current flavor of the green pieces in a box of Runts candy?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in as well.
Gary, what do you have?
I'm going for green apple.
And Amy?
Apple.
Green apple is correct.
How about them apples?
All right, number 10. Hex key. Hex, hex key, is the generic name for what tool created by the manufacturing company after which it is named? Again, hex key is the generic name for what tool created by the manufacturing company after which it is named?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Amy, what do you have?
I have an Allen wrench.
And Gary?
Allen wrench.
Stop getting the same ones right. You're correct. And with that, it's 4-4 at the end. So Ken would murder me if that happened. So we have tiebreaker questions. And let's just do what we did.
More food and drink?
Well, there's only like a couple left, but yeah, let's do it. Again, I'll name the dish or drink. You name the modern day country from which it comes. Where's goulash from?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Gary?
Hungary.
Amy?
I said Hungary.
Stop it. That's right. Number 12 is Hakarl. H-A with an accent. K-A-R-L.
K-A-R-L.
Hakarl. There's not a T in there. Stop giggling.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Amy, what do you have?
Never heard of it. Ethiopia.
And Gary?
I never heard of it and went Turkey.
Hey, Jeff, it tastes like crap, doesn't it?
No, it tastes like piss.
It's tofu consistency piss. Yeah, it's Iceland.
It is rotten shark from Iceland.
Ooh, sounds wonderful.
They ferment the urea out of it, and it's as gross as it sounds.
Ooh, yum. All right, we're going next in line, and Gary's not going to be happy, but it's literature. I'll give you a character. You name the author that created them. Emma Woodhouse.
I'm locked in.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Gary, who do you have?
I put Bronte.
And Amy?
Jane Austen.
One of you is correct. And the book Emma was written by Jane Austen.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So that was probably the best showdown we've ever done in the history of the show. You two are incredible. Gary, I'm so sad that you have to leave us. You played a really good game.
Gary.
Oh, I tried hard to make that interesting. No, it was so much fun. It was a good time, very evenly balanced, so that always makes it fun.
It just goes to show how tight the competition is on these shows here. So
yeah, and
Neil, I wasn't able to read the news earlier today. Well, what happened to Gary?
Well, Gary had his stash of jerseys unearthed in the Bloodsport tournament. They had all these different jerseys, all the competitors put them on, and they bum rushed Gary, and they didn't have enough starch, and he died from a starch allergy. An unstarched allergy. So
it's so sad.
I don't know what it is, but it's movie magic. But no, Gary, great competition there. You talked about Bloodsport after the first season, and we were super excited when your name was pulled in order to compete. You made it to the Final Four. You competed bravely and did a great job. So thank you for joining us.
Oh, thanks so much. I feared just getting knocked out in the first round, so I'm glad I was able to sneak through this far. It was a blast. Good luck to everybody that's left. I can't wait to see how it ends.
Yeah, very admirable competition there, and let's see him off the way we do. 1, 2, 3. Kumite.
Kumite.
All right. Farewell, Gary.
Bye, Gary.
All right.
Now we are down to our final 3.
Yeah, I was going to say the trio's down to 2, but that doesn't work. No. So yes, Amy, Aaron, and Kate will all be moving on to our next round. So before we send them off and see them next week, I just wanted to thank everybody for competing again. All of the people who have been on Bloodsport are Patreon supporters. If you'd like to join them, you can do so at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast, where we have a lot of great rewards and perks and benefits for supporting the show directly. We really couldn't do it without their help and support, which is why we like to showcase them and their talents here in this series. You can also support us by purchasing merchandise with our partner Inked and Screened. We've got a limited edition Dutch Boy t-shirt that's going to be up only during the run of Bloodsport, and we have all of our other great Triviality branded merchandise there as well. So on behalf of Ken, Matt, Neil, myself, and our wonderful competitors and Ryan, we will see you next week.
Farewell.